So welcome back to the video lecture of Introduction to Electrical and Electronics Engineering. In the previous video we discussed to the problem related to our module 1, the mesh analysis part. So this is the continuation to that part. So here the problem has some another identifications which means notation to that of resistor. So here the resistor is notated in the different symbol, so compared to that of normal symbol. So this is the normal symbol shown in the previous problem, but here it shows us with a different symbol. So don't get panic to the symbol noted here. So just observe the number of resistors involved. So previously we said after giving the question we need to find how many loops are there, which means that how many closed paths of circuits are there. Here this is the closed path 1, another closed path, and another closed path. So automatically we are going to say that here we are having 3 loops. So in this question they doesn't show the current flow, so automatically we mark the current flow to the loops. So the loop 1 will have the current flow of I1, and the loop 2 have the current flow of I2, and followingly for loop 3 I3. So from the first loop A, B, C, D and A, now we are going to form the equation with respect to that of Kirchhoff what? Kirchhoff current or voltage law. So this is the mesh analysis. So automatically which law? The Kirchhoff voltage law is going to be get involved over in the formation of the equations. So from this loop 1 the equation going to get involved as, so this is the 3 ohm resistor. So 3 ohms means resistor will have what? Positive and negative terminals over in the resistor. So automatically 3 minus 3, which current is flowing in this resistor 3 ohms. Just see the I1 current is flowing, but the 4 ohm has what? It is a mixture of I1 and I2. What? And then we are going to mention how we are going to mention this current flow in the 4 ohm means in the previous problem we see what? So my I1 minus I2. So similarly here in this problem also we are going to do the same process. So I1 minus I2, which means that minus 3 I1. So 3 ohm has the current flow of I1. So followingly for the 4 ohm has the current flow of I1 and I2. So I1 minus I2, 4 get multiple over the I1 and I2. The voltage source what? So minus to plus, automatically we going to mention as a plus, and here also what? Minus to plus, so plus 42. So after considering the I1 part separately and I2 parts, the equation will going to be formed as a minus 3I1 minus 4I1 plus 4I2 plus 67. So 25 plus 42 gives this value of 67. This 4 get multiple over here and here. So minus 4I1 and minus into minus plus 4I2. So the equation carries 4 plus 3 7. So minus 7I1 plus 4I2 equal to minus 67. So from the loop 1 we got this equation, and automatically I am going to mention this is as the equation number 1. From the loop 2, which means that this closed path B, E, F, C and B. So similarly here this what 5 ohms 5 ohm resistor has the current of I2. So minus 5 into I2, and the current what? Here it has the flow from where? So plus to minus. So then what we need to do? So plus to minus means the indication will be in negative term. So here what? Here it is in the minus to plus, so we indicated in the positive signet sign. So but here plus to minus, so plus to minus 57. So minus 57 in this equation we are going to mention. So this 6 ohm have the mixture of I2 and I3, but major dependency will come here I2 and then I3. So I2 minus I3. So here also plus to minus, so I automatically mention as a minus 70, and here also plus to minus, so 50 minus 25. In equation number we marked as a plus. Why we are marking here as a minus? This is the question will arise here. Here this is the closed loop, so which means that the flow starts from here to here. Here also this is the closed loop, whereas the flow starts from here. So here it start means minus to plus and minus to plus. Here it start means from B it gets start means plus to minus and also plus to minus. So here means minus to plus, but here it has the plus to minus, so that only I have mentioned as a minus 25. So after simplifying, the equation 2 will have what? 4i1 minus i2 and plus 6i3 equal to I152. So this is the equation number 2. And followingly for the loop 3, so the loop 3 is what? E, G, H, F and E. This is the loop number 3. So this loop number 3, after simplifying, we got the equation as a 6i2 and minus 13i3 equal to minus 74. It shows us the equation number 3. So again, by using the calculator, we are going to find the values for the I1, I2 and I3. So for the I1, I2 and I3, we have the values as, so go for the calculator, give the unknowns as what? 3 unknowns. Here we are having 3 equations. So equation number 1, 2 and 3, it has 3 unknown values, I1, I2 and I3. So choose the unknown value as a 3 and mark those equations as obtained here. Minus 7 in the value of A1 and B1 mark the value as 4, and for constant C1 mark as a minus 67. So followingly for A2 4, B2 carries minus minus 15, and for C3 carries the value of C2 carries the value of 6, and constant has the value for the 152. So here we doesn't have the I3 value, so automatically for the C1 we mark as a 0. So A1, B1 and C1. So A1 minus 7, B1 4 and C1 as a 0. So constant D as minus 67. Followingly, mentioning these in this calculator, we got the equations. After simplifying, we got the value as a I1, I2 and I3, which means that X, Y and Z we got in the calculator. For that, here we obtained the value for the X in the calculator is 5, and for Y we got as a minus 8 and Z we got as a 2. So these 5, 8 and 2, which means that this 5 says us about I1 current, minus 8 says about the value for I2, and 2 says the value for the I3. But here in the question they have mentioned that we need to find the current for what? The 4 ohm resistor only we need to find the current. Here this is the 4 ohm. For this 4 ohm only we need to get the value for current. So segregate that part. Here I have mentioned the esteemed part. So 3, 4 and which means that the loop 1 I have mentioned here. So in the previous problem it's for the branch of Q and S we saw for in the previous problem. There we take the numerical values only. So again by using that, for the 4 ohm resistance, the current we need to find. So the current flow here says us with the equation obtained in the previous part, which means that the values obtained in the I1 and I2 values, numerical value only we are going to get add and say the current flowing in the 4 ohm. Why we need to choose this I1 and I2 means the 4 ohm resistor has the additive part of I1 and I2. Here in this loops we have already mentioned this the 4 ohm has maybe carry the I1 and I2 current. So blindly we need to add the I1 and I2 value and say the current flowing in the 4 ohm resistor. So I1 has the 5 value and I2 has the 8 value. So automatically I add this 5 and 8 and say the 13. So the 4 ohm resistor carry the current of 13 amps. Thank you.